Hello people, this is Aryan from Code Grind and I'm back with another video, and in this video we'll be talking about different naming conventions used in different programming languages. So mind it that we are not only focusing this naming convention video on only JavaScript and CSS, but it is used for all programming languages that exist. So let's get straight into it. So the first naming convention is a camel case naming system, and it is basically like this. So let's say if I'm writing a variable name, let's name this code grind. So the first word, which is code, it will all be in small letters, and the following words, that means the second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on, they all will start with a capital letter. So the next word, which is grind, will start with a capital G, and if I have more words, let's say YouTube channel, then YouTube will start with a capital Y and channel will start with a capital C. So you see, only the first word has a small starting letter and all the following words have a capital starting letter. So this is known as camel case naming convention, and it is basically used in naming variables and functions and methods, and it is also the default naming convention used in JavaScript. As you can see here, we have all the functions in camel casing naming system only, like the document.query selector. You see the query selector q has a small q, query has a small q, selector has a capital S. In query selector all, query has a small q, selector has a capital S, and all has a capital A, and all these other functions. So this is known as the camel case. It is also known as lower camel case, and there is something other like the upper camel case, which is also known as the Pascal case, and it is also the second naming convention which we'll be talking about in this video. So Pascal case is nothing but let's say if you are having a variable name, so Pascal case. So this is Pascal case. In lower camel case or simply camel case, the first word starts with a small letter. But in Pascal case, even the first word starts with a capital letter and all the following words also start with a capital letter. So that is the only reason why we call it upper camel case. And this convention is generally used in defining class names or constructor names. So moving further, we have the third naming convention, which is known as the snake case naming convention. And in this one, we have something like this. So let's say if I have code grind YouTube channel, so it will be written in this form. So every letter in snake case naming convention is small. That means it is in lowercase. Even the first letter of every word is in lowercase, and we don't have any uppercase letters in snake case, and the words are separated by using an underscore. So this is what we call snake case. And why is it known as snake case? You can have a look at the image above. So the curvy part, that means the inverted U part, is represented by a word, and the part between two inverted U's is represented by the underscore. So this is known as the snake case naming convention, and it is basically used in naming different database field names, and sometimes also used in defining file names of your project. And it is also known as lower snake case, which is the general form of defining a snake case. But there is something other which is known as the upper snake case, and it is very simple. So instead of having every character in lowercase, we simply have every character in uppercase. So code grind YouTube channel. So this is also a form of snake case, but instead of lowercase, we have every character in uppercase form, and it is generally used in defining constants in almost every programming language. So this is all about the snake case. Now let's move further with the last one, which is the kebab case, or people also call it skewer case. So skewer case is also very much similar to snake case, but instead of separating words with underscores, we separate them using dash or hyphens or a minus sign, whatever you want to call it. So let's say if I have code grind YouTube channel again. So you see, instead of having underscores to separate different words, we are using hyphens or dash or whatever you want to call it. So this is known as the kebab case, and the reason of calling it kebab case is because you can again have a look at the image above, and as in a kebab, where the food item is represented by a word and the skewer is represented by the dash or hyphen. So this is the general representation of a kebab case. and it is generally used in defining file names. It is the most common way of writing file names, and it is also very commonly used in defining CSS class names or IDs, and it is considered as a very nice and clean human readable way of combining words. It is also very commonly used in URLs. So let's say if you have something like google.com slash whatever you want, like code grind. So you see, this is how we write URLs, and it is actually used in every project, and the URLs, the custom URLs, are all written in kebab case. And as I already told you, it is the most convenient way of human readable way of combining words. So this is all about the naming conventions in different programming languages. I hope you like the video and learned something new from it. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like the video, and thank you for watching.